is pregnant with planned second child. Husband, I don't love you or even like you as a person. This video brought to you by my YouTube members and patrons. Thank you guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be returning to r/AreTheStraightsOK, and boy howdy, no. Very quickly before we begin, my camera wants to focus on the background again. Focus here, thank you. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that YouTube members and patrons, you guys will be getting an extra video every single week for as low as £1 a month. That equates to about 25p per video. So if that is something that interests you, please do consider joining, as it really helps support the channel. Other than that, let's get straight into the subreddit, shall we? A Japanese student has invented an anti-cheating smart bra, which unlocks only with the boy's fingerprint. Now, a couple things to mention here. First of all, you can very much cheat on someone without taking your bra off. I feel like that's a kind of a given there, I feel. I don't know. Second of all, honestly, like relationship things like that aside, I could honestly just see this being some like kink wear, just being some like chastity bondage wear, you know, like cyberpunk chastity play is the vibe that this is giving off. Also, really small random thing, but the post mentions it was a Japanese student that created this, right? So the post felt it important to put a Japanese flag in there as the first image. Before you even see the product photo is the Japanese flag. We're aware that they're a Japanese person because you mentioned it in the post. We don't do this with everything. We don't just put the flag of the country that made something in a post about that thing, like every time we post something. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Do you get it, guys? The joke, the really funny joke we've never heard before is that the girls, they talk all the time. They do loads of talking. Despite the fact that, like, I don't know, if you talk to anyone who's in a relationship that they're not happy in, which is mostly straight people, they'll always, the wife or girlfriend will always mention that the husband constantly talks over them, right? The husband is always the one that does all of the talking, talks over the wife constantly. And then as soon as the wife finds something that they're interested in or passionate about, and they talk about it for 30 seconds, the boyfriend is like, oh my god, you talk all the time. I don't get it. Women explained with bananas. Delusional posting, now claiming God is delusional for how he made women. Editor's note, I misinterpreted this post when I read it out during recording. What I thought happened here was that Delusional Takes had posted the banana picture agreeing with it, and the guy replying to Delusional Takes above was calling them out for agreeing with that post. Now, what I've realized while editing this is actually that Delusional Takes was calling someone making the comparison of women to bananas delusional, and that the guy replying to them above was saying that Delusional Takes is delusional for saying that they're calling God delusional and that that's just how women are, and that basically John Miller is actually the nonce here. Delusional Takes is calling out the noncery. Bear that in mind when you now listen to everything I say after this editor's note, that essentially I actually mean the other way around. I just had it the wrong way around when I read it, and I actually mean it the other way round, in that basically John Miller here is the one comparing women to bananas and Delusional Takes is calling them delusional. Therefore, John Miller is the nonce here, not Delusional Takes. Anyway, you can now listen to my actual argument that I made and just know that I had the two people backwards in my head for the points they were making. Cool, just wanted to get that out there. Gross. Today on What Can We Compare Women To? It's bananas. That's a thing, apparently. But he's saying that the perfect woman is a 15 to 17-year-old. So John Miller is a nonce. John Miller is undoubtedly self-proclaimed a nonce. That's it. I mean, this is becoming, you know, conservatism in general as of late. They're nonces. They're all nonces. If you support a nonce, you're as bad as a nonce. If you support basically any of the conservative party in America right now, you're a nonce. Like, you're either a nonce or you're a nonce sympathizer. Honestly, Firstly, being a nonce sympathizer, not really any better than being a nonce. Notice, husbands choosing paint colors must have a signed note from their wife. Do you get it, guys? Because the husband can't be trusted to make a choice about how to paint their own house. They can't like agree on something with their partner and like be trusted to make the right decision. You get it? It's funny. Meanwhile, there's me, a non-binary person who would very much need a signed note from my boyfriend about a paint color. But that's not because I can't be trusted. That's just because he is a very particular person who would have a very particular way of doing things. And you know what? I would love and support him for that. r/unpopular opinion. Knowing that women eat, pee, and shit makes them incredibly unattractive. Periods just top it all off. It kills me that I'm supposed to be attracted to these creatures. And no, I'm not gay. I'm attracted to women. But knowing they are just animals turns me off so much. My ideal woman would look just like a woman but with no bodily functions. How do men this week even manage to survive? Men, what are these feminists talking about? We don't objectify women. Also men, the ideal woman is literally just an object shaped like a woman's body. Yeah, that is basically what they're saying, isn't it? I agree with Pink here. How do men this week manage to survive? I guess they don't. Like, no man posting something like this has ever actually been with a woman, right? Oh no, a woman is a human being that has functions like a human being? Whatever will I do? I don't know, fucking die alone, I guess? Some men may downplay climate change risks to avoid appearing feminine. What? Fellas, is it gay and or feminine to be worried about the death of the fucking planet? How is it feminine to be like, yeah, you know, the amount of tropical storms, the temperatures that we're experiencing all year around, whether it be extreme colds or extreme heats, the wildfires that we're having, everything we're experiencing is unnatural and a result of the last 100 years of pollution. How is acknowledging that fact in any way feminine? What the fuck? What are masculine standards? I don't understand them. This is the dumbest thing I have ever read. What? Surely. I'm gonna start that again. I think I just had a stroke. Surely, a masculine urge would be to want to save the planet. My camera's focusing on the background again, so you know what? Yeah, we're not even using a face focus anymore. Just focus on me. Surely, like a masculine urge that they always talk about, you know, like I want to protect and I want to be the gatherer and the strong one. Surely the masculine urge here should be to protect and save the planet. Surely there's nothing more masculine than making improvements that would save everybody on the fucking planet. Like everyone. That's pretty masculine if you ask me. After I come, don't touch me. You ugly and it's hot in here. And catching a nut has got to release a chemical in your brain called fuck out of here. I was giving my wife crazy rod. Think about how this pussy was the best. Soon as that nut hit the surface, I was like, I wish she lived somewhere else. Skill issue, to be quite honest. Complete utter skill issue. I have never experienced this. I have never been with my partner and afterwards been like, I don't find this person attractive or I don't want to be with this person. That has never once happened to me. So if that is happening to these people, absolute skill issue. Maybe find a partner that you actually care about for a human being and not just someone you want to have sex with. Like, that's what this comes across as to me. It comes across to me as they have someone that they want to have sex with, and as soon as they have had sex with that person doesn't mean anything to them. That's all this sounds like to me. Never experienced that. Not once in my life. Ask a man to take out the trash and he just takes out the trash. Ask a wife to get naked and suddenly it's, why? For what? Right now? What do you mean? If wives would just do as they told, marriages would be undefeated. Multiple things to state here. Absolutely no. Asking a man to take out the trash, he doesn't just take out the trash. You'd be amazed at how many men would just repeatedly complain about taking out the trash and not do anything about it. Be like, I'll do it later, and then not do it, and then the wife ends up having to do it anyway. Happens a lot. But second of all, in what world are these in any way the same thing? thing? In what world, in what way at all is a man doing a basic task around the house, like a general chore that people have to do? In what world is that in any way comparable to a woman getting naked, probably to have sex? In what world are they the same thing? In any way. Dear bro, avoid dating a woman who only became religious in her late 20s, early 30s. Trust me on this one. From the rise of Sigma, I will never not be amazed. I think I've talked about this in videos before. I'll never not be amazed by all of these guys who call themselves Sigma or Alpha. It was originally Alpha, and then they all decided, no, I'm better than Alpha, I'm Sigma, and then all of the Alphas were suddenly Sigmas. Like, it means nothing, but it'll always amaze me how many self-proclaimed Sigmas are terrified, genuinely terrified of women who have differing opinions, views, or have had different life experiences to them. If you're a Sigma, surely it doesn't matter what a woman's religion is or how she was raised. If you're a Sigma, you would not be afraid of a woman that only became religious in her 20s and 30s. The fact that you're scared of dating a woman who only became religious in her 20s or 30s really tells me that you might not be as Sigma as you think you are. You're only a Sigma when you can dominate women who have always been religious. You're not a Sigma. I feel stupid saying it. The word feels dumb coming out of my mouth because Sigma is a stupid, made-up word for this. But none of the people describing themselves as Sigmas are ever Sigmas in the way that they think they are. They're just misogynists. Just misogynists terrified of women that aren't immediately 100% obedient to them. Like, you're not an Alpha or a Sigma in control of a relationship if you can only date women who will automatically be subservient to you. You're a fucking coward. God, I know her type all too well. You'll lie about being woke just to sleep with her, only to be let down and hit with the realization you could have just stayed home, jerked off, and not wasted all that time and money chasing mediocre leftist pussy. Fortunately, I'm not in my 20s anymore and have learned my lesson. I mean, it sounds like you're the problem, my guy. Quite frankly, you're chasing someone who doesn't agree with you in your views and lying about your views so that you could sleep with them and then had mediocre sex. Here's the thing about sex, right? It's a two-way street. You could make that sex not mediocre. You could improve that sex for anyone. However, 100% the kind of person making this post, and generally conservatives overall, they don't have good sex. They always have mediocre sex because they don't ever want to learn how to pleasure the other person. And in turn, that other person's not going to want to pleasure them. Like, it's a two-way street. Both people have to be involved and active. If you're not picking up your side of the job's not being done right. It just makes me think of all of the conservatives that genuinely believe that female orgasms are a myth because they've never been able to make a woman come. And it's like, no, it's a real thing. You've just never been able to see it because you're bad in bed. Uni lecturers going home to their ugly wives after spending all day with 11 out of 10 uni girls. Or, hear me out, uni lecturers going home to the person that they love and chose to spend their life with after spending all day with people probably a lot younger than them that they don't find attractive because they are young people still sorting their lives out. Uni lecturers sleeping with students, I feel like is pretty unanimously, pretty globally considered bad, right? Like, it's a bad thing to do. It's usually manipulative. There's usually a difference in power. There's usually a difference in age. The uni lecturer has control over that student's grades because they're their lecturer. It's a bad thing all around. It's rarely a good thing. So uni lecturers going home to their wife who they care and love about after not sleeping with uni students, always a good thing. The kinds of people making this posts, however, will die alone. God and man both have 3 letters. Women and demon both have 5 letters. I feel this is not a coincidence, other than the fact that it is a coincidence. That's just language, and in fact, there are thousands of languages, and in most of them, this coincidence does not exist. And if you really want to go there, I don't know, dog has 3 letters, and in fact, all of the same letters as God. Therefore, God is a dog. Cat has 3 letters. Car has 3 letters. Cum has 3 letters. letters. Like, human has 5 letters, therefore all humans are demons. It's a stupid post. It's a coincidence. Oh, but the man is God and the woman is demon. You're gonna die alone. That's become the motto of today's video. But genuinely, the kinds of people making all of these posts, just gonna die alone. Fuck me, camera. Even when I'm telling my camera to focus on a point, not even just to focus on my face anymore, just a point, it's still focusing on that spot in the background. What has happened to my camera in the last week? I don't get what's going on here. Oh god. But that is where I'm going to end the video. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. But a huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of your names are up on screen right now. It genuinely helps so much, and it genuinely means so much. So thank you to everybody that does support the channel. Genuinely thank you. Other than that, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.